Thanks for tuning in to leftcoastnews.net. News and information from the wacky, sometimes communist, liberal west coast of the United States. For more, visit leftcoastnews.net.
Well, welcome back to Left Coast News, your frontline report from behind the liberal barricades of the West Coast. From Washington to Oregon to California, we shine a light on the policies, corruption, incompetence, and soft on crime insanity that the mainstream media glosses over. Today we're breaking down 4 major stories, each one revealing exactly how the left coast continues to prioritize ideology over common sense, criminals over victims, taxes over freedom, and government control over personal responsibility. Let's start where the meltdown usually begins, Washington State. Well, the first story, this is about a violent repeat offender who gets a free pass again. Washington State has served up yet another reminder that violent criminals can practically earn a punch card, commit 5 felonies, your next one's free. This time it's Abdenajib Ibrahim, a man with a rap sheet that includes pistol whipping, carjacking, harassment, violent outbursts, and multiple assaults on law enforcement. Someone who has ricocheted between jail cells and Western State Hospital for nearly a decade. And what does he get for threatening to kill a corrections officer? A plea deal. Because in Washington, apparently violent criminals are victims and the justice system is the villain. King County continues its relentless campaign of decriminalizing criminal behavior. They keep handing out 2nd, 3rd, 10th chances while everyday citizens deal with the consequences. This isn't compassion, this is negligence. Now, for part 2 of Washington State, let's talk about the new payroll tax that will hit everyone. It wouldn't be Washington without another creative attempt to drain the private sector. Lawmakers in Olympia want a new payroll tax modeled after Seattle's Jumpstart tax, the same tax Amazon warned would slow growth. The same tax that pushed smaller companies to move hiring out of Seattle. But the state wants to hit big employers statewide, supposedly to offset federal funding cuts. Translation, we can't manage money, so let's take yours. This isn't just a tax on Amazon or Microsoft, it's a tax on fewer jobs, slower hiring, reduced raises, and more remote work or relocation out of state. Washington already has some of the highest business taxes in the country, but somehow that's not enough. At some point, the people making these decisions need to learn Economics 101 or step aside. So that's Washington, where criminals roam free and businesses get stuck with the bill. Now let's slide down into Oregon, where the Attorney General is gearing up for a showdown with federal agents. Oregon's Attorney General Dan Rayfield and the DAs from the state's biggest counties just sent federal agencies a warning shot. If federal officers keep using excessive force, Oregon may prosecute them. According to the letter, the feds have been detaining people aggressively, including teens with questionable justification and minimal reporting. Here's the irony. Oregon leaders have spent years going soft on local criminals, but now they're suddenly tough on law enforcement. Is there abuse from the feds sometimes? Maybe. Every agency has bad actors, but the selective outrage is hard to ignore. If Oregon spent half this energy holding actual criminals accountable, Portland wouldn't look like a failed social experiment. Still, this does raise real issues of state authority versus federal power, a constitutional tension worth watching. And now we're going to head to the Golden State, where the housing crisis continues its slow, predictable death spiral. Los Angeles passed a massive rent control expansion that will affect roughly 650,000 units, nearly 3/4 of all rental housing in the city. Rent hikes are now capped at 1% to 4%. Utilities can't be passed on. Inflation adjustments are nearly frozen. To renters, it sounds great, but here's the reality. Rent control historically reduces housing supply, discourages new construction, pushes landlords to convert rentals into condos, leads to deteriorating buildings, and increases costs for future renters. San Francisco tried this and destroyed its rental market. New York has done it for decades with disastrous results. But California keeps believing that government control is the magic solution to every problem, even when decades of evidence say otherwise. Well, there you have it. From Washington justice failures to Oregon's selective enforcement to California's never-ending war on property rights, 3 states, 3 disasters, 1 theme. The left coast continues to choose ideology over reality. We're here to call it out. We're here to tell the truth, and we're here to stand for the people who still believe in accountability, freedom, and common sense. Thanks for tuning in to Left Coast News. Until next time, stay aware, stay vocal, and as always, keep holding the line.